Good morning, friends, followers, subscribers, my fellow YouTube creators, my army of Trevites and cultists, and for those of you that are watching this on Instagram. You're very lucky on Instagram, you get to watch this earlier than those across the other way, due to restrictions. Anyway, thank you for joining me in this morning's rant. It's Tuesday, bin day, missed the bin. I missed the bin man because I got back from Belfast yesterday. Came back, I just lolled about, I did my washing and all the rest of stuff that you do post holiday, and I went to bed, forgot to put out the bin. Anyway, that doesn't matter. So what's been happening? Well, I had a fantastic time in Northern Ireland. Visited my mother and father, which is always awesome. And this time I got to see my cousin Keith, his wife Sheila, and their 3 daughters. And actually had dinner with them, which was lovely. It was nice. Went to go to dark edges and all that, dark hedges you call it, and different things, but due to my son taking a little bit of sickness, didn't go. But Belfast is stunning, it really is. It's certainly 10 times better than Ipswich. It's certainly 10 times better than the places that I've been here. And the food's better. The Ulster fry will always, hands down, destroy an English breakfast. It will. So what's the difference? Well, with an Ulster fry, you get your fried eggs or whatever eggs you want. You get your tomatoes. Some restaurants use tin tomatoes, which are more flavoursome than someone just cutting a tomato in half and sticking it on a frying pan, which always tastes shit. Don't know why they do it. But you get potato bread and soda bread with it as well. And you can get black pudding if you want. I mean, it's an amazing breakfast. Unless you've tried soda bread and potato bread with the Ulster fry, with the fry up in the morning, you haven't lived. In my view anyway. So, and you can hear from me, I think I've got a little bit of cold coming on. Yeah. Thanks to everyone who continues to leave reviews for Exploitation. Thank you very much. I got a list the other day from the publisher, and I now know that I've sold over 2,000 of those books since last May, from May to December. It's only 6 months, but 2,000 books for someone that's not famous compared to Bear Grylls or Aunt Middleton, I think it's a pretty good going. So thank you to those who bought the book. Yeah, amazing. Right, so I've got my morning coffee from Soldier On here. Do you know what? I was about 800 metres from Soldier On coffee headquarters, but my son took ill. I was going to go and visit Brian. But I didn't. But there's something I want to discuss as well. Before I start talking about the news, I sat down with my cousin and his wife, and conversation was flowing, it was great. And they have a daughter that works in, I'll just say, the security forces. But I was a little bit surprised. I think some of the old traditions that we learnt to catch people, whenever we were out on Northern Ireland and we were doing tours, soldiers were taught all different things which it stuck in your head and helped you identify things. For instance, those watching, if a car drove past and I wanted to know about a car, we would use a format known as SCRIM. Shape, colour, registration, identifying marks, make and model. SCRIM. Stuck in the head, and it was easy to remember and write down. When it came to identifying a person, we used a thing called A to H. Age, build, clothes, description, elevation, face, gait, hair. And we were able to put that together in our head and write it down, and it helped identify people. But there was also a thing that we know whenever we were on patrolling or we were out in an area and we knew the pattern of life, let's call it, we looked at atmospherics. We had a thing called the Winthrop theory. Permanent, prominent, not too artificial. We would look at something which is permanent and we would work our way from that to identify where the possibility of an IED would be planted or a weapons cache or so. So we used all these different things. Do you know that's not taught today in the PSNI, the Police Service of Northern Ireland? Things which used to save lives and help you, those traditions have been lost through the experienced police officers retiring. These are things that should have been left in training wings and things up. And it's just my opinion. There we go. I'm not saying they're not doing a good job, because clearly they are doing a great job. There's no bombs or things going off, so they're doing brilliant. But it's just those things that I think we need to keep hold of, some sort of tradition and things that worked. Anyway, so what else is happening? Well, I'm a little bit stunned about this. Do you know the game Scrabble? where you got your letters, they're all upside down, and you picked 8 or whatever it was, and you put them down in your little thing, and you try to make a word up. Well, guess what? For the first time in 75 years, the company that makes Scrabble is changing its way of doing it. It's going to try and make the letters more, what's the word they used? Inclusive. For those of you that are thick, for those of you that do not know dictionaries or how the thesaurus works, they're going to start making the letters double-sided. Yes, double-sided letters, so that people feel included and don't feel like they don't know what to do. Yeah. So basically, Scrabble are dumbing down their game for the idiots in society that don't know how to use a dictionary and don't know how to use thesaurus. So there we go. Isn't that weird, eh? A tradition game, which the exciting thing was the fact that the letters were only on one side and someone couldn't see what you were doing. Quite sad now, isn't it? So now when you're getting down there and you're going, oh, I'll have an A, I'll have an E, you can now pick your words and go, yep, I've got 9 letters straight away for the idiots in society. There we go. That's just my opinion. I'm saying it's for the idiots. You may say it, oh, it may work. I mean, because there was many times, Trevor, I would pick up X, X, Y, L, and I would struggle. That's the whole part of the game, isn't it? It's called Scrabble, not sentence. Anyway, that is what it is, people. There we go. All right. Back into the BBC. What's the BBC doing? Well, the BBC have been found out, haven't they? Yes. Did you know the BBC have been spending thousands and thousands of license fee money to pay for journalists, to pay for foreign journalists that work for them, their children's school fees abroad. Yes, yeah. Over the last 2 years, the BBC have paid £750,000 out to pay for their foreign journalists' children to go to school. Is that what the license fee is for? Is it? Is it? The BBC, the big corruption. It's always been like that, hasn't it? Yeah. Quite strange, isn't it? I wonder if the BBC pays for its white journalists' children to go to school in the UK. I wonder if it does. Don't think so. Yeah. Oh well. License, I mean, honestly, I stopped paying the BBC license fee about 2 years ago. Maybe 3, I think. How long was it I stopped paying it? 3 years ago? 3 years ago. I don't watch their shite anymore. And one of the big things about the BBC is they keep cutting away all the great shows, don't they? We're getting rid of this show because we haven't got enough money. Getting rid of this show, we haven't got enough money. Yet they're still playing Hugh Edwards, BBC journalist. Remember him? It went and hid because he was paying for pornographic photographs. Yeah, they're still paying his £453,000 a year salary, and he hasn't even been on TV. Yeah, they're looking after him, aren't they? Then again, they need to keep paying his salary so we can have enough money to pay children for photographs, in my opinion. There we go. What else? The MOD still crying out for more money. We need more money. We need more money. What for? For the diversity inclusion team. It's cost millions for them. Yeah. We need to get flags and all the different flags painted on the walls. We want a zebra crossing out the front of the MOD building, but we don't want it zebra. No. We want a rainbow flag so people can cross and feel part of the team as they skip in through the MOD building. Yeah. And a journalist, believe it or not, picked up on what I said the other day, so I'm really pleased about that. Whenever they were talking about civil servants that work for the MOD working from home, I happened to mention in one of my videos, isn't that strange, where you need security, metal detectors, and you need search teams at the entrance of the Ministry of Defence building to check what you bring in and to check what you take out. But civil servants that work for the MOD, that work with classified information, can work from home on their laptop, where their neighbours can walk in and out of their homes and their children's friends can walk in. No security whatsoever. Yes, maybe it's about time that you brought them back into work, or else just sack them. They shouldn't have that information at their fingertips. How many times have we read in the past, secret files left on train, secret files left on bus, secret files left in taxi, some left at a bus stop. I mean, it's just lunatics, isn't it? Yes, it is. I don't know why this happened. I didn't look into the story. Maybe you can look into it and put the answers in in comments. Amanda Holden was naked while doing Radio 1 or Radio Roach, while on her radio show. In fact, Jamie Thexton came in and said, "Can you please put a top on?" Don't know what happened, but yeah. Maybe she was doing it for fundraising. Maybe it was part of a a skit or a bit of fun. I don't know, but you don't, Amanda. I know you look beautiful. You don't sit on a seat talking on the radio with no clothes on. It's not even comic relief, is it? In fact, it's not even funny. Nobody wants to see your nipples dragging down near your knees, okay? You know, everything up here might be false. You might have so many facelifts, whatever it is you have. But women and men's bodies age naturally. You can only cut so much skin off and tighten things up before things start going wrong. Just look at Joan Collins and all the rest of those, I mean, the 97-year-old actress going, well, doesn't she look good for her age? That's not her. It's not. 3/4 of that's in the bin. That's just what's left. Yeah. I'm going to give a big shout out today to Sussex Police, who have done great stuff over the last 3 or 4 days with me, and I'm really, really pleased about that. So, I may not say much on here. I don't mention people's names, but you know, I'm always listening. I'm always being told. I'm always being shown. And sometimes it hurts people not to talk about them. Sometimes the best, what am I looking for? Sometimes the best response is silence. Yeah. I have actually sent an email to Sussex Police, and I've told them that because of all these silly people saying silly things, I've told them that they can have my phone and my laptop. It's not my laptop. It's my partner's laptop. I've said, you can have all this stuff. Check it. Check IP addresses, check different things, digital footprints, and you will find that Mr. Trevor Cold has not posted anything on Twitter in a couple of years. No matter what people say, he's doing this and he's doing that, you'll find that I haven't. So sometimes the best reaction is just to remain silent and let nature take its course. Anyway, listen, thanks for your support. Thanks for those who do support this channel on PayPal. I do appreciate those that are coming across to Instagram, and no doubt you'll see this first. But have a wonderful day, everyone, and stay safe.